Hi, my name is Dennis Taboda. You guys probably know me as a quality assurance expert in the industry, but now I have kind of changed careers and have become a math teacher at Campbell High School in Smyrna, Georgia. And I wanted to I wanted to connect what I've learned in the quality assurance field with the education aspect of learning systems, right? So now I'm a teacher. And when you could become a teacher, you still have processes and you still have to be able to identify all the interaction of forces in those processes and to determine what the outputs are of those processes in order to have a quality lesson. Quality assurance is simply the way we assure the quality that we have already set. Okay, as teachers, we're told that we need to plan, right? We have to plan. We have to get our lessons together. We have to get our curriculum based on our standards. And we put together lessons that are differentiated to different students and are scaffolded so that we can build on one lesson and another. Well, in the quality assurance field, we look at everything as a process. You know, Dr. Deming said that everything is a process. What that means is getting up in the morning, brushing your teeth, putting your clothes on, all are processes. And Dr. Deming, in association with the Japanese Union of Scientific Engineers, quantified these things called forces that interact to affect all processes. I use the example of brushing your teeth, and that's a process, right? Well, the Japanese Union of Scientific Engineers, led by a fellow by the name of Ishikawa, right? Karuru Ishikawa. And he developed with a bunch of other scientists these forces, or identified these forces that affect all processes. And those forces that he identified were these five. They are machines, material, methods, environment, and people. Now, in brushing your teeth, we have all of these interaction of forces. You have a machine, the toothbrush. You have the material, which is toothpaste, water. You have people. You are trained to brush your teeth a certain way. The method is the procedure. Do you brush your teeth up and down, sideways, whatever? And then we have our environment, okay? The environment that you brush your teeth in also affects the output. Well, if this is true, that all these interaction of forces affect all processes, isn't it true that it would affect the teaching process? In other words, when we look at our process of teaching, we start out with planning, right? We plan things. When we plan, do we make sure that we have the right materials? Do we make sure that we have the right procedure in planning? How do we put our plans together? When we plan, do we plan for the environment that we're going to be in? Is it going to be a support class? Is it going to be an advanced class? Do we plan on the people? Maybe this is our differentiation. And then we look at what machines we have to work with, our computers, right? Our smart boards and things like that. Now, when we go ahead and plan, thinking about all of these different forces, we want to be able to create the best lesson possible. And that's what we do. When we create that process of planning, the planning process flows into the classroom. The classroom lesson itself is based on the output of our planning. So the classroom itself is also affected by the five interaction of forces that we already talked about. So in our classroom, we do have materials that we're working with. We have methods, procedures. We have the environment of our classroom. We have the kids and also other might have another teacher, second teacher. These are people that affect the process of teaching. And then we have machines in the classroom. Again, our computers, our smart boards, those types of things. When all of these things are working together, we can assure the output of our process is going to be quality, a quality lesson. So, one of the things that we need to understand is if we really believe this, and this has been an industry for almost now 80 years since Deming introduced this, then we need to analyze our classroom situation, again, using these forces. When we examine how we do our lessons, we have to look at the environment that we're in. Are we in a horrible classroom? Are we in a pressured environment? We have to look at the machines that we have. Do we have the latest equipment to present lessons? Is it quality equipment? Is it something that we can use? Are we using the best materials in our class? Have we had the best training? That's the people aspect of the force, right? And then we have proper procedures. How are we going to present the lesson step by step? All right. So all of these forces come together in each process. One process flows to another and flows to another to create a quality system in our classroom. Quality assurance, what it does, it assures that the quality that you have set forth in your lesson and in your class always happens every time you teach. So the assurance is keeping track or monitoring the 5 interaction of forces. Now, why is it interactive? Because if we have bad machines, it affects then the quality of our lesson. If we have bad materials, it affects the quality of our lesson. If our people aren't trained, the kids are disruptive, it affects the quality of our lesson. If we do not have proper procedures in how we are presenting our lesson, that affects also the quality of our lesson. I'm going to hopefully make some more videos delving into each aspect of a quality assurance in the classroom. But I ask you now, if you have any questions, please email me and let me know. My email is dennistabota@cobbk12.org. And I'll be happy to answer your questions, and hopefully I'll be able to make some more of these videos.